Hey folks, Vic here with a weekly video for you. And actually, I wasn't going to do another video this week. The next weekly trade video was going to be during the first full week of January. But we got a posting in our chat room earlier today, which is December 30th, 2025, as I'm recording this. And I just had to show it to everybody because it's what we try to be all about. And if you have any aspirations at all of becoming a consistently profitable trader, this presentation is something that you will definitely want to pay attention to. It's from this is all based on the posting that we got from one of our members. And let me I just took some notes and made a little PowerPoint slide for you to see what it's all about. The thing is that it's one thing people talk about results and hindsight and all that and talk in theory, but it's quite another to show results from actual members. This guy that did this, his name is Wojciech, and he did a podcast interview with Darko. I don't know the date. It was podcast number 75. And there's going to be a link in the description, the text below this video, or in the email that you received, where you can go to our podcast site and listen to these. Darko's done quite a series of interviews with our members lately, a lot of them, and they're really, really worth listening to. But, like I say, talking strategy is one thing. Showing transformation, that's exactly where you want to get to. Information's everywhere. You can get information all over the internet. Transformation, that's another story. The thing is you have to have a starting point. And what Wojciech did is that he joined our service, that was last year sometime. But anyway, he really got into it. Like, he did it exactly right. I really want you to pay attention to what he did to get he's a stage 4 trader now. But he got very, very clear on his trading goals back in December of 2024. And this is the process. This is the key slide. You're going to want to come back to this and read it again if you're at all thinking of trying to become a stage 4 trader. He did exactly what we recommend that all of our traders do. If you want to get there, follow this process and you'll do it. And if you don't become a consistently profitable trader after a year of doing this, please get in touch with us. We want to talk to you. We want to find out, exactly what went wrong, because Darko's been doing this for over 8.5 years now, showing trades in advance, and he's been profitable every single year. What he did is he completed all of the training multiple times. This is like so important, and so many people try to skip this step. You can't do that. You have to go through the process. He put an hour a day of chart work in, where he would just go over his charts and understand market structure and price action reading the way that Darko was teaching it. And then what he would do, he would do his own analysis and then compare it to Darko's pre-market analysis videos that he puts out twice a week for our members, and see how he compared. And that really helped him get going. He mastered the trading circle. The trading circle is a set of guidelines that you have to be aware of every time you put on a trade. And actually, we've done a YouTube video on it before. I'll put a link in the text below this video and also in the email as well. So you can check that out again if you want to see that again. And then he read Trading in the Zone. That's another one that we recommend. That's by Mark Douglas. It's one of it should be required reading for anybody who wants to trade. And then he did the right thing. He journaled his trades and he reviewed them every week to see how he did, if he was following the process. Here's the thing about it, and this is why people join a longer-term service. They don't have time to be at their computer much. They have a life. He's got a job. He's got a wife and 3 kids. He coaches soccer, right? He's obviously got a busy schedule. I mean, there's lots going on. He's got all sorts of pressures from other things. But the key to it is that he remained consistent in following the path to becoming a consistently profitable, what we call a stage 4 trader. He actually got his goal early. He is obviously pretty excited about it. I don't know if he's more excited about it than we are, but he's not the first person, by the way, but it's so cool to see happen. In his own words, he said, "Without a shadow of a doubt, I have become a stage 4 trader." And we're so pleased to see that. And here's the other thing too. You become a stage 4 trader and all that. You're consistently profitable. That's great. It's not just about trading. When you put yourself through this process, you develop discipline maybe that you've never had before. You earn confidence. You gain confidence just by seeing the results of your work come to fruition. You make better decisions. You get psychologically transformed. I'll tell you something, this psychologically right here, psychologically transformed, that is one of the most important things that's going to happen to you as a trader, because when it comes down to it, trader is really just about 100% psychological. Maybe not quite. You learn a system of trading and that, but following it and doing it right, that's another story. And if you put this all together, that is what skill development looks like. Very, very cool. We talked, and Darko talked to Wojciech in his interview about mentorship, how it's helped them, or if it's helped them. Because listen, you could go out and try to learn everything on your own. Absolutely you could. It's going to take you a long time, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Gee, why not follow somebody who's been doing it for a long time that's profitable? And what he himself said, I could not have arrived here without your mentorship and guidance. And as he said, the education and the structure and the accountability equal to repeatable results. And that's really what, at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to achieve, right? So one of the things that is very interesting about our members, and especially our profitable members, is that they continually stay in our community. They don't have to. They've learned. They become independent. They stay there because of the community. Not only that, but Darko will also we will tweak things a little bit. The core way that we trade has never changed. It stays the same. Support, resistance levels, patterns, all that kind of thing, and context and the whole trading circle, things that we look at are vitally important. They never ever change. But being able to be in constant contact with the coach, ask questions, all that thing, it's a big deal. And he just is about to renew his subscription again, which we greatly appreciate. We just love having him in the room because he's such a, he's done so very, very well. And not that he's in the room all that much. He just is in there when he's able to, and it's great to have people like this around. He's also reset goals for 2026, as you can imagine, nice, big, bold goals. And he's still working on some things. Context is something that is a very important part of trading. And it's kind of the more, if there's a subjective part of learning everything, it'd be the context. Because, reading conditions, reading price action, reading market sentiment, all that kind of thing, that can get tricky in that you don't actually have to be a master at that to make money. And so that's the good thing about it. But if the better you get at context reading, the better you can do as well. But he's got that growth mindset, and he's just forging ahead perfectly. So let me just move ahead here. What I wanted to say. Oh yeah, and I just want to point out, if you're at all wondering exactly what Darko's approach is and what kind of a guy he is, you won't find a better person on the internet. And if you do, I'd like to know. This guy, he puts in work for our members you would not believe. His approach is no hype, no shortcuts. It's just skill, structure, consistency. Put in the work and you'll get the results. If you don't, you won't get the results. Why would you expect any results if you don't put any work in? And flat out, it works. That's the bottom line. Here's something interesting. We are now officially an alert service. And you might want to take note of this. Darko's been showing these pending orders in advance for over 8 years. That's true. And members have been free to take these trades and all that kind of thing. Well, now Darko's going to be calling it an alert service, and it's going to be very nice and detailed and set up for you. So what a great way to earn while you learn, because you're going to see everything in action live ahead of time, not after the fact. He'll show you exactly where to what the direction of a particular currency pair is, exactly where to be entering the trade, where to put your stop loss, where the profit targets are. How about this? How to manage the trade once you get in. Have you ever had that where you get into a trade and it's moving around, you're not sure, should I get out? Should I stay in? What should I do? This is all totally objective ways that Darko does this. It's really it's very impressive, and it's worked really well for him. And so that's going to be, I think, a great addition for everybody. And if you're looking for a service that'll help you do all that, as well as go over all of the, you still need to go over all the material, because it's important. Like, we want to make traders independent, like make them so that get them so that they know what's coming up next and how to do their own analysis properly and all that kind of thing. So you'll see that if you get going and you go over all the videos, just follow, Wojciech's model for doing it, you'll have less confusion within weeks. Like things will start to look very, very much more clear than they were ever before. You'll see. And any fear that you might have had, that's going to get replaced by confidence. You get confidence when you know what you're doing. When you step up to your computer and you don't go, oh, geez, what should I do today? Should I buy? Should I sell? No, we know exactly what we're doing, why we're doing it. And it's not about winning, by the way. You don't get confidence just from winning all the time, because we have losses. Everybody has losses. But you get confidence from understanding how to control risk, knowing exactly how to set up a trade, knowing exactly how to get out of a trade, all of that kind of stuff. That's what builds confidence. There's lots of components to it. Winning is a byproduct of the process that we do here. There is a link right here that's a very nicely discounted pricing for you if you want to join our service. Obviously we would, I hope that you find, Wojciech's story as inspiration as we did. Our trading community is growing. Darko is ready, willing, and able to help you achieve your trading goals. That link there, if you feel so inclined to join our service, we'd be honored to work with you. All the material is at our members site, and the approach that you need to take is exactly what Wojciech spelled out. Okay? So, obviously we'd love to have you with us, but listen, whatever you decide, trading's not for everybody. I get that. Everybody gets that. But whatever it is, if you've been watching our videos for the last, year or 2 years or 5 years or whatever it's been, we want to thank you for watching them. We really appreciate it. And be sure to check out our social media, especially the many, many podcast interviews that Darko has recently done with members of our service. They're really cool. You can hear what struggles they've had and how they've overcome them and all this kind of stuff. All the links are in the text below this video or in the email that you received. So just to wrap this up here, I just like to wish you and your families the very best of health and happiness for 2026. Stay safe. And all the best from myself, Vic Noble, and our lead coach, Darko Ali, and all the team here at Forex Mentor.